Hello and welcome. Wherever you are in the world, however you honour this turning of the year, you are welcome here. The winter solstice marks the longest night and the shortest day. It is the still point of the year, the deep breath between what has been and what is yet to come. Across pagan traditions, cultures and lands, this moment has always mattered. It is a time when we acknowledge darkness not as something to fear, but as something sacred. A time when we remember that even in the deepest night, the light returns. Before we begin, I invite you to take a moment to fully arrive. You don't need anything special for this ritual, just yourself and your attention. If it feels right, place your feet on the floor. Let your shoulders soften. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Allow yourself to be present here at this turning of the year. The solstice reminds us that darkness has purpose. In the dark, seeds rest. In the dark, roots deepen. And in the dark, life gathers strength. So often we're encouraged to rush past these quieter seasons, to stay productive, positive, bright. But nature does not do this, and neither do we. Today we honour the darkness not as absence, but as presence. The presence of rest, of reflection, of wisdom gained through experience. I invite you now to think back over the past year, not to judge it, not to analyse it, simply to acknowledge it. What has this year asked of you? What have you carried? And what have you learnt, even if the learning was difficult? If something comes to mind, you might acknowledge it silently. There is no need to fix or change anything right now. Just notice. As pagans, we understand cycles. We know that nothing remains static, not joy, not struggle, not the world itself. And today we honour what has been, including the parts that were heavy, uncertain, or unfinished. And now we find ourselves at the turning. From this moment onward, the days begin, slowly and gently, to grow longer. The change is subtle, almost imperceptible at first, but it is real. This is an important teaching of the solstice. Change does not always arrive dramatically. Sometimes it begins quietly beneath the surface. I invite you to bring to mind the idea of light, not as something external, but as something carried within. This might be hope, curiosity, resilience, compassion, or simply the willingness to keep going. You don't need to name it clearly. Just allow yourself to recognize that something within you continues. Even in the longest night, it is there. If it feels meaningful to you, you might imagine this inner light as a small flame, a spark or a glow, steady and patient. It does not rush. It does not demand. It simply endures. As the wheel turns, we're invited to look forward, not with pressure, but with openness. This is not about resolutions or grand promises. It's about alignment. I invite you now to consider one simple intention to carry with you into the returning light. Not what you think you should want, but what feels supportive, what feels nourishing, and above all else, what feels true to you. This might be a quality rather than a goal, something like patience, courage, balance, connection, rest, or curiosity. Let it be gentle. Let it be realistic. Let it serve you. If you wish, you might hold this intention quietly in your mind or speak it aloud softly. Remember, intentions are not contracts. They're companions, something to walk alongside, not something to measure yourself against. As we move towards closing this ritual, take a moment to notice your body again, your breath, your presence. The solstice does not end when this moment ends. Its meaning carries forward into the days, weeks, and months ahead. Each small increase in light reminds us that transformation is already underway, even when we cannot yet see its full shape. Wherever your path leads, may you walk it with awareness of the cycles that hold us all. May you honor both your light and your darkness. And may the returning sun bring renewal, not by erasing what has been, but by illuminating what comes next. Thank you for sharing this moment of turning together with me. Blessed solstice.